ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं शरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं। समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। ॐ श्रीवेदव्यासवैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्यादृशिभ्यो नमः। आदिशङ्कराचार्यवर्यादि अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ अथ पारायणं फ्रम् in the Brahmananda Valli from the mantra Yato Vacho Nivartante. Om Yato Vacho Nivartante Aprapya manasa saha Anandam Brahmano Vidvan Nabhiveti Kadachanete Tasyaisha Eva Sharira Atma यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मान् मनोमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा विज्ञानमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य श्रद्धैव शिरः ऋतं दक्षिणपक्षः सत्यमुत्तरपक्षः योग आत्मा महः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति विज्ञानं यज्ञं तनुते कर्माणि तनुते विदश विज्ञानं देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्मज्येष्ठमुपासते विज्ञानं ब्रह्म चेद्वेद तस्माच्चेन्न प्रमाद्यते शरीरे पाप्मनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्माद्विज्ञानमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः मोदो दक्षिणपक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरपक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति असन्नेव स भवति असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनन्ततो विदुरिते तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उता विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति अहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुताः सोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा येते सदपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा इदगुं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्रविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवत् निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्गः स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति यद्वै तत्सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्मे निरुक्ते अनिलयने भयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो भयं गतो भवति यदा हि वैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ॐ अथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ पञ्चमोऽनुवाकः। प्लीज chant the panchamanuvaka completely. ॐ भोर्भुवः सुवरिति वा एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृतयः तासामुहस्मै तान् चतुर्थेम माहाचमस्य प्रवेदयते मह इति तद्ब्रह्म स आत्मा अङ्गान्यन्या देवताः भूरिति वा अयं लोकः भुवैत्यन्तरिक्षम् सुवरित्यसौ लोकः मह इत्यादित्यः आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते भूरिति वा अग्निः भुव इति वायुः सुवरित्यादित्यः मह इति चन्द्रमाः चन्द्रमसा वाव सर्वाणि ज्योतिगंषि महीयन्ते भूरिति वा रुचः भुव इति सामानि सुवरिति यजोगंषि मह इति ब्रह्मण वाव सर्वे वेदा महीयन्ते भूरिति वै प्राणः भुव इत्यपानः सुवरिति व्यानः मह इत्यन्नम् अन्नेन वाव सर्वे प्राणा महीयन्ते तावा एताश्चतस्रश्चतुर्धा चतस्रश्चतस्रो व्याहृतयः तायो वेद स वेद ब्रह्म सर्वेऽस्मै देवा बलिमावहन्ति। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Now, first Anuvakam Shanno Mitraha Shanti Mantra Upasana. Upasana is repeatedly doing the same thing to achieve that thing. Which is supposed to be achieved by doing that thing. जो करने से जो मिलता है वो मिलने तक लगातार करते जाना उसको उपासना कहते हैं। So Shanno Mitra Upasana is till both two things. One, we propitiate all Mitra Varunadi Devata thoroughly from our own heart till we are confirmed, convinced. from our side that we are propitiating. First aspect. Second is the result of this upasana that those devatas are pleased with our upasana and are blessing us with those things, desiring which we did the upasana. Achieving that is called upasana. And these things are endless because every time, in every endeavor, we need the faculties for working, we need the empowerment of the faculties, and every time the empowerment is done by them only. Therefore, the Shanamitra is a Nitya Nirantara Upasana. Because Nityam, we have to do the worldly works, spiritual works. Both of that can be done only through our Dehendra Mana Buddhi Shakti. They only give it. Therefore, every day we ask. Clear? That also in the beginning, till we establish in that, do it thoroughly to get established. Then after getting established, to get regular result, establish in the regular practice of that upasana. Same is with the second Anuvaka, Siksha Adhyaya. Their upasana, again, of two types. One, getting taught by the teacher about entire language with its grammar of writing, pronunciation. Getting taught is first one, first aspect of upasana, or practicing that language, that grammar, till we master it, is an upasana. And every time, again, language is required for communication. Keep on remembering the language and improve upon it wherever it is required. And respectfully, duly using that language is the Siksha Adhyaya, Siksha Upasana. Okay, Anuvaka number 2. Same is what the third Anuvaka, which talk about Sandhi Upasana. Purva Rupam, Uttara Rupam, Sandhi Sandhana. As a result, in that holy combination, the third required thing is coming out. Holy combination of Guru, disciple, in the Sandhi of the Sandhi is the purpose. For the Sandhi of the purpose of Vidya, the connection between both of them called Pravachanam is a Sandhana. Sandhi is the purpose. Pravachanam is the means. Purvarupam is Acharya. Uttarupam is Antevasi. Same way, throughout the life, subject, object, purpose of connection, the way of connection. Subject, object, purpose of connection, the way of connection is called the Samhita Upanishad. In that, out of 5, 2 are told about the world, 3 are told for ours. Adilokam, Adijyotisham, which are happening in the Samashti. Adividyam, Adiprajam, Adhyatmam happening in us. जो हो रहा है समष्टि में जो देखो, और व्यष्टि में भी it is happening, see it, and see that it is happening well. Like again the same. Acharya Antyasi coming through the Sandhanam of Pravachanam for the Sandhi of Vidya. Happening. But see to it that it happens effectively. Is called as Upasana. So to Mata Pita, Pura Uttara Rupam. Then Sandhanam is Prajananam, but Sandhi is Praja. So live such a noble life of wife and husband in such a way that the purpose, the outcome, the Sandhi, the Praja are so wonderful, noble contribution to the world. That application of the Sandhi rule in understanding the Sandhis that are happening in the world, followed by putting our best efforts to make that Sandhi happen in a best manner wherever we are involved. Like पृथिवी पूर्वरूपं द्यौरुत्तररूपं आकाशसन्धिः वायुः सन्धानम् इत्यधिलोकम्. In that first Loka Samhita Upanishad or Upasana, what we can do? Prithvi is Purvarupam. पृथ्वी का रक्षा करो. द्यौहु उत्तर रूपम, देवताओं का दिलोक का प्रार्थना नमस्कार रेस्पेक्ट रखो. Then vayu sandhanam, without polluting the vayu or prana shakti in us. Then with what is sandhi? Akasha sandhihi. Let in the space there will always be goodness, happiness, positivity only prevail. That is where in that first Vyaharuti, Samhita Upanishad, where is our contribution? We have to do it after understanding the phenomena. Both of them are upasana, understanding phenomena and contributing what best we can do. So to Adarahanu Purarupam, Uttarahanu Uttarupam, Jiva Sandhanam, Vak Sandhi. Let both Hanus come with the Sandhanam of Jihva in such a way that the outcome, the Sandhi, the Vak, is true, is so it is about the truth. It is about the reality. It is about righteousness. It is about sadhana of the dharma and punya and seva, the mouth. That's how the third Samhita Upanishad or Sandhi Upasana we have seen. I'm just reminding once in a while. If you remind, it becomes clear, subtler. We also develop an idea as to how their guru in this Upanishad is systematically guiding. Then only we get inspired to practice the guidance given systematically to reach out. Like we are academically going through, but it's not sufficient. You have thoroughly understood the first Vyaharuti, first Anuvaka. By now, many a times you must have, should have chanted Shannomitra mantra with deep devotion to those mitradi and expecting from them all those intactness of faculties for the success of vidya prapti, vidya upayoga, vidya prachara. Did it happen? It did not. Means Upanishad did not happen in us. Means we came to Upanishad class just without complete benefit. Clear? Like that. So to the second one. So to the third one. We have really studied second Anuvaka. By now we must be gone through lot of Sanskrit teaching classes of YouTube or somewhere, by which some of the Siksha Dhyaya we must have heard or learned. Sanskrit wala, English, Hindi, anyway, That's how we are continuing Upanishad without even the learning of Sanskrit. If it was in the ashram where these Upanishads are start, at that time English, Telugu, these languages were not there, Hindi. Therefore, it was a must for them to learn the Shiksha Dhyaya. तभी बनता था बात हमको विदाउट संस्कृत भी बात बन रहा है बिकॉज वी आर ट्रांजैक्टिंग और इंटरेक्टिंग इन डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज एटलीस्ट दिस लैंग्वेज वी नो इट्स ओके बट ऑलवेज बेटर संस्कृत बिकॉज ऑल वेदांत इन दैट लैंग्वेज ओनली ओके थर्ड उपासना वी हैव सीन संधि उपासना इन दैट संधि उपासना we are seeing how by the infinite kripa two things are coming together. Be attentive in a proper due manner for the outcome of the third thing, which is sustaining the whole universe, individual and total. While doing this, we are becoming aware of the phenomena, we are becoming aware of our role and responsibilities, we are becoming aware of the contribution of the totality, presence of the reality in all these phenomena that is happening. By doing all this, we are becoming more active and dynamic in using our intellect. Because these are all upasana where the intellect is used to observe and all that. Wherever we do upasana with the mind and with the intellect we are understanding, to that extent, the mind is not given chance for the projections of desires, nor Indriyas is given chance for the attraction toward the objects, nor the body is given chance to indulge in the world. This is called the mukti happening. When this process is continued with the later on anuvakas, later on upasanas, that leads to such a level that the potency in the mana to project the world and create samsara is aborted. Potency in the mana to project the world and create samsara gets aborted because there's no time given to the mana, because the intellect is busy in listening, knowing, understanding, doing upasana wherever upasana is taught, doing dhyanam wherever dhyanam is taught. And the beauty is when this is done, the higher realities, higher truths are revealed. When the higher realities, truths get revealed, both intellectually as well as in the experience, all the lower ones of samsara are automatically dropped because either they are useless or meaningless or they are not real. Like when you start studying Upanishad seriously at home, the books, commentary, when you are understanding Jnanam in that, just like there is a possibility of slowly stopping to study any other thing like newspaper, etc., Because you understand it is to be useless and meaningless. Because क्या पढ़ रहे हो? Only some nonsense thing which has no meaning, which is going on happening every day from the beginning of Srishti till the end of Srishti. This type of tamasha goes on. Tamasha. Our job is to know the truth. Why we are related to that? In what way? If we are related to that, Bhagavan would have put us in the politics, not in the Upanishad class. Common sense. Like the politicians, if they deserve to be the students of Vedanta, they would have come to the Upanishad class, not in the politics. Therefore, they deserve that, we deserve this. Therefore, there is no meaning in seeing the newspaper and so knowing all the news. That understanding effortlessly comes because you are studying Upanishad at home every day and getting the benefit out of it. This example is given to convey the thought that through these upasanas, when you are understanding and experiencing higher truths and realities, the lower ones automatically are dropped, effortlessly dropped, like 7:30 class. All other things, you are watching TV, your other works, your excessive sleep, today Sunday, all are automatically dropped because you are intellectually convinced as well as you are experiencing the benefit of the class. This is how we have to evolve. This is evolution. What is evolution? The four-step evolution. First step is going to the Guru. Second is learning the Upasana. Third is practicing that Upasana and getting the higher experiences. Fourth is therefore automatically dropping or allowing to get dropped the lower ones. Is it not? Like a beautiful divine temple of the Lord is there on the uphill. Somebody told. Then I started practicing to climb the hill. As I am climbing, reaching, I have seen the Lord divine. By the time I see the Lord divine, I am already away from the world, which is at the bottom of the hill. You are already in the Lord. But unfortunately, again, we leave the Lord and come the way back from which we went up and go back into the same worldliness. Because we didn't want to stay permanently with the Lord. We went to the Lord only to get something from the Lord of the lower world. That's called Kshine Purne Marte Lokam. But in Vedanta Upanishad, we reach to Lord, not to come back. Because when we reach the Lord, the earlier things already get dissolved because they are unreal. They are understood unreal. Just like when we wake up, you can't go back to same dream. How much ever you try. You may imagine, but you can never have the experience when you had in the dream. That type of experience. Imagination only bada chalega ki imagine. You will never have the same dukkha or sukha which you had when you actually had the dream after waking up. Because you can't go back. In the same way, yad gatva nanivartante, that will be the result there. Tadhama paramam mama. What is it suddenly today? Mm. So, see how when we are studying further, and again, once in a while looking back, we are finding the deeper understandings, meanings of what we have studied so far. Every one of them have importance at that level and sequential development of the sadhana, progress in sadhana and development of the thought. Unless Annomitra is done, we are not blessed by them. Without their blessing, Siksham you can't do. Unless Siksham is done, we can't be taught by the Guru about the Sandhi Upasanas. And unless Sandhi Upasana is done, we can't go near to reality to be away from samsara. But it is only a beginning. Now the real maja starts. What is the maja? Maja of I want to know the higher and greater. A thought in the mind. Then we are taught two things. One, pray to Omkara God, get prajna from him by his blessings, in which what is the goal, what is the mean is understood, means. But to walk that means and to reach the goal. Be attentive. Very important next thought. To walk the means to reach the goal. What is required is the entire cleansing of the personality. Are you understanding? Especially the inner. That we'll understand when we close our eyes and look into our personality. Right now in our own mind. In short, full of tamoguna. Tamoguna is not only sleepiness. Tamoguna is not also of non-thinking. Either in that mood of sleepiness, which is equivalent to non-thinking, or it is in the mood of rajoguna of every guna, except trying to do upasana of Lord or intellectually pursuing or inquiring the truth. Except doing the upasana of Lord at the psychological level or intellectually trying to apprehend, comprehend the truth. Except these two. Any thought is rajoguna. Every thought is rajoguna. And those thoughts only are there in us even while sitting for upasana or for meditation. That much impurities are there. All of them have to be cleansed. The impurities are four types. One, the vasanas. Second, the desires gurgling or erupting in the antakarna because of vasanas. Third, therefore, always in a mood of agitation. Four, to quieten the agitation, only going into the world, to the karmendriya and sharira. Remember, only going to the world through the sharira and karmendriya. Till what time? Again, new eruptions of desires, agitations happen in the mind. Vasana, desire eruption, agitation, karma. Karma phala, again, in this checker only we are. Two things. Living the life, this is as important and real. Second, we are forced to live like that because of the power of vasanas. Listen carefully, today's talk is something special. You won't get these clarities again and again. The power and pressure of the vasanas, which are making us the helpless victims. Second is, that is the way of living life. That's what we are in the mood. Like how the day should be lived. That is a सुबह उठो जॉगिंग करो आओ थोड़ा ग्रीन टी पी लो 10 मिनट आधा मिनट with a पेपर पढ़ लेना फिर नहा लेना and then after the breakfast is ready for you have it. Then go to the office and all that evening while coming buy this and that come make khana and eat watch some TV and all that Sunday Saturday घूमने जाओ call somebody to your house they call you go bye. See the thought fixation that the life should be lived like that. That's what all of us do. This is the reason, one. Second reason is the powerful vasanas, both are connected. That we are only in the worldliness and not having the upasana with the mana, not having always the vicharana of the buddhi, inquiry of the buddhi. All this put together is called as inner impurity. To remove that only, the yajna, the karma yoga, the upasana ityadi done. Karma kanda. For that you need the wealth. Therefore, the wealth is sought in the second portion in the fourth anuvaka. See the connection there. Up to third one, through that Sandhi Upasana, we have risen about to a great extent our worldliness, not completely. We are finding through the Sandhi Upasana of the combination of two and the result of the three that is happening, and a substratum behind them vaguely. What is that? Who is that? How is that? Where is that? If that jignasa comes, then through Meda Shakti, the theoretical knowledge, even that also not complete. पता है बस भगवान से मांग रहे, वो हमको भूलने वाला प्रज्ञा दे रहे हैं, इन द सेंस कभी याद होता है कभी नहीं होता, बट इट्स ओके. Then through the wealth seeking, when the wealth comes, we have used it for all sorts of seva services, by which what is to be seen is entire upata durita akshaya happened. Now, what is a person's personality or antakarna? When he has completed these two jobs of seeking prajna through the Meda mantra ucharana, and the one who has cleansed his upata durtakshaya through all the karma done which are to be done with the help of the wealth. Okay, with the help of the wealth, he has done all the karma, upata durtakshaya ho gaya. And he prayed and Meda came and he got prajna. What would be the antakarna of that person if he is purified? Upata durtakshaya ho gaya. Few things. One, he will never have the inner urges to run into the world. Second, he'll have the joy that he has performed his duties, no more to do. Third, he will be feeling inside that he has done his best, by which all the debts are cleared. DEBTS, debts are cleared. Fourth, he will now be in a state that there are no more obligations in me to be into the world. Neither for my requirement because desires are exhausted, nor for the requirement of the world because the duties are done and all the obligations are done, debts are cleared. Do we feel that heart now? If it is felt, again, not a heart which is lazy, sleepy, a clear heart. Now, to that heart, when it is taken to the Guru, then he can pour the Upanishad Jnanam, the Brahma Jnana, Tattva Jnana, and to reach to that, the higher internal upasanas. That is why the sequence of the development of thought, that one must practice what is said in the fourth Anuvaka and achieve the Upata Duritakshay. Vaivka Taschayehi Vidya Prapti. What we are doing today in our classes, what we were trying to academically understand, trying to understand it in our own lives. This is called, no? It's not a movie where the hero, heroine, villain they are doing and I am there to entertain myself. It's not a cricket or football match they are playing. I am going there to just entertain myself. No, it is about me. For my mukti, I am studying Upanishad. If therefore, if I am not putting myself in the Upanishad study, then I am studying Upanishad like watching movie or some sports. Hmm? It's not so. It is I have to involve. Is it me? I have to do Shanno Mitra. It is me who have to do Siksha. It is me who have to do Samhitaya Upanishadam Vyakhyasyamaha Panchasu Adhikaraneshu. Hmm? It is me who have to do Yashandasam Rishabhaha Vishwarupaha. And I have to do and see that the result comes and keep on doing till the result comes. Feel that. Everything is so systematic. In that Gurukula, disciples come, Guru, other than those two, no other people are allowed. And other than this way of systematic evolution, there is no occupation. And thorough systematic guidance training given by the Guru, and equally joyfully, involvingly, that guidance is taken by the disciples. And you can see in that beautiful garden taken care of by a Mali, very experienced and loving. When he, right from the beginning of cleaning that garden, removing the weeds, starting proper, well planned way, all the paudhe and adding manure and all watering, monitoring, guarding it from all things. Dekhte in a year's time, 8, 9 months time, such a beautiful garden of first all the plants, saplings, then all the plants, then well grown shrub size things, then the right time. Throughout the garden, you can see those buds. And some fun, suddenly one fine morning, you can see half of the few of the birds started blossoming. देखते every bird blossoms. How beautiful is that garden? है कि नहीं? फूल खिलने वाला गार्डन हो, सब्जियां उगने वाला गार्डन हो, या फल फलने वाले गार्डन हो. See that attention of that Mali in doing so. It's a fulfillment. Same used to happen in the Gurukula. With the seeds, the children come, the Guru, the Mali, through that he sees to it that a beautiful blossomed flowers, fruits are created out of those students, fulfilled students. No more they are now Ajnani as they came. Now they are full, not only in Vidyarthi, they are Jnani. विद्या का अर्थना करते हुए आए हैं विद्या दिया गया they have blossomed systematically. It used to happen. Same should happen to us. Our house is only our guru kula. Our online classes are the classes. Our guru pampara is the guru, and sadhana is this only. Daily Sannomitra, daily little Siksha, daily little Sandhi Upasana, daily Yasandasam, daily Avahanti Vitanvana Kurvana Chiramatmana. And we can see the difference also in our life. Really, the Upata Durtaksha is happening. Accordingly, lot of time is saved, energies are conserved. Then what's next? What is Haya? That seeking also happens in us. Then we approach the Guru. We're already in the Gurukula. Then the next steps are taught. The next steps are the Antara Upasana. That is what we are seeing last 4 5 days about the Vyahriti Upasanas to be done inside. In that Vyahriti Upasana, what is happening? Be careful about it. What did Mahachamasya do? Chamasaha. What we are supposed to do is three commonly seeable things, seen things, things involved in. The fourth thing, which is unseen, not commonly seeable, invisible. But the thing is that a fourth alone is real. Fourth alone is truth. Fourth alone is substratum. From that only, the other three are existing. Clear? First sentence, listen. दिव्याहृति उपासना का सार क्या है हम बता रहे हैं आज. The three are required for vyavahara, but the three cannot be there without the fourth. Fourth is the reality. Fourth is forgotten. The reality is forgotten. Base is forgotten. Substratum is forgotten in the involvement of the three. Now, there are very many things in this. The three come out of the fourth. Only when we are in contact with the fourth properly, this is called as upasana, that the three will be in our control, the three will give us what we want, and the three will not become a troubling liability to us. Like the dog and the owner of dog. So, dog will bite you if you go and shadow it. You have to become friend with the owner of the dog. Then the dog also wags its tail. If you are not only not a friend of the owner, you also an enemy of the owner, then the owner pushes the dog onto you. It will come and bite. We are getting bitten in the dog of the lower three. We are getting bitten by the dog of these three lower three because we are not minding the fourth, the owner of it. Please remember, owner is the giver. Owner is the giver of the rules and regulations also as to how to deal with it. Owner is the one who protects us if we tune to him. In case if these three things or the dog is behaving unruly. That's समझ में आ रहा है? But all four put together is the vyavahar. Four put together is the happening. In this upasana, we are introduced to the fourth, glory of the fourth, and also are content to live in the three, but without forgetting the fourth. So seek from the fourth, use the three. Use the three to seek the fourth and reach him only. Don't involve in the three in such a way that you forget the fourth. This is called as spirituality, dynamic spirituality, living spirituality. And that fourth is called Maha. That Maha is called as Brahma. That Brahma is Atma. So at the level of Atma, I am transcendental, where I alone am there. Okay. At the level of Vyavahara, again I alone am there. I alone am there as Brahma, as Maha, as well as the three Vyahrutis of Bhurbhuva Swa. Immanently, I alone am three. Transcendentally, I alone am. When I am in the three level, it is my vibhutis. When I am in my own level, it is my yoga sthiti. So, etam vibhutim yogam cha. Mama yo veti. Tattvataha means in the experience. Saha avikampena yogena yujyate. He is in that avikampa yoga, which was said like in Bhagavatam in the last shloka of Pururava, I think. When he said, Stimitam manaha shamyati. Mind becomes stimita and then shamita. That is called as avikampena yogena yujyate. This is the 10th chapter, 7th sloka of Gita. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvataha saha avikampena yogena yujyate nata samshaya. This is where the great rishis, munis, gurus, brahmagyanis, atmagyanis are there. What do they do when they are in the room? And what do they do when they are in the world? In the room, when they are there, when nobody is there, they are in Aham Brahmasmi, transcendental anubhuti. When they are in the world in which we are there, and they appear to be doing vyavahara like we do, there in the anubhava, that the entire immanent world is from me only. Me alone, making myself as if appear in so many forms, playing a lila. And it is my choice. I am playing the lila. It's a play. It's going on. There's nothing wrong in having a play, as long as it's a play game. That is called as avikampena yujyate or stimita manaha shamyati. See how wonderful it is. And this is what is the entire cosmos universe. What we have to understand by this, the Vyaharuti Upasana is this set of four, set of four, set of four, set of four. Four sets of fours are told, is it not? That is called the 16 Kala of Parabrahma Tattva, which was the fifth question of or sixth question of the Prashna Upanishad. Bhagavan Shodasha Kalam Purusham Vetha. Do you know that Shodasha Kala Purusha? Because the Rajakumara came and asked me, I didn't know. Therefore, I didn't tell him. Then he said, You are lying to me. You are such a great guru. You know everything. Then I told him, Ki, if I know, how will I be without telling you? Who told you all the things earlier? Hence the rule ki, if the thing known is not told or unknown thing is told, in both cases, the head will be broken into thousand pieces. How can I hide it from you if I know it? And when I don't know it, how can I tell you? This is what I told Rajakumara. Then Rajakumara just accepted and went. Now I am asking you, who is that Shodashagala Purusha? Do you remember Prashna Upanishad? Prashna Upanishad, Swamiji, we don't remember Upanishad, we only remember Prashna. Jindagi ek sawal, lajawab, bejawab. Lajawab is a positive word. Is it not? Bhagavan Shodashakalam Purushatvam Metha Yata Rajakumar came. He asked me, I didn't know. Then Bhagavan started saying Shodashakala Purusha. The Shodashakala Purusha is the entire Brahmanda. Entire universe. Brahmanda means don't limit to these 14 lokas. Generally, 14 lokas is called one Brahmanda. That anda, egg, which is owned by one Brahmadeva, for which he is the ruler for all the 14 loka, that's called as Brahmanda. Like the Anantakoti Brahmandas are there. Anantakoti Brahmanda is another subject. I'll not go there. I have to stick here. Same are the Shodashakala Purusha. This is how the entire universe. In that universe, the substratum is Shodashakala Purusha. Means in the Purusha, there are no kalas. In the universe, the whole universe is functioning because of the kalas. The kalas have come from him. He is a substratum of all the kala. Therefore, he is the Shodashakala Purusha. This is the Shodashakala here to say that our Guru said here, Tavas Chatasras Chaturdhaha Chatasras Chatastro Vyahrutayaha. This is how the four Vyahrutis into four they are there. That is why in the next line, Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma. Therefore, Sarvesme Devaha Balim Avahanti. Of this portion, we have not seen Bhashya, we are going to see. But up to what we studied, what is to be understood is being explained. The introduction was, three we are familiar with, four we are forgetting, fourth we are forgetting. Through this upasana, which is taught to us when we should do, when we do, the fourth we become familiar with, and we know that the fourth is substratum. The other three are the expressions of it or superimpositions on it. Whatever you say, the imaginations on that, ये सब शब्दों का खेल है. This much you समझो. See, the whole world game. And the pots are expression of mud, superimposition of mud, imagination of mud. शब्द कुछ भी हो, the reality is mud. They are इतना समझो बस बात. First thing is the base is told. Ki three are the upasana Vyahrutis. Generally, everybody were involving in that. Fourth was discovered by Mahachavas. Is it not? And he named it. So we are given all that training to be done. Upasana. Then the four exercises are given to us. And in that four only, 4 into 4, 16, this is not an ordinary exercise. It is such an exercise. Exercise is upasana. When done, three things will happen. One is, we become aware of the entire things that are happening in the universe. Second thing is, we understand that all the things that are happening in the universe are having some substratum behind. Third is, that substratum is, call it as Brahma or the Atma. That Shodashakala Purusha, what is said there, is said here as Chatasras Chaturdho Vyahrutayaha. Tava etas Chatasras Chaturdhaha Chatasras Chaturdho Vyahrutayaha. Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma Sarvesmai Devaha Balimavahanti. Is it not? Now, which are those 444? You know, the base was Bhur Bhur Swa Maha. The three words and the substrate of the three words, the fourth one. Usko base banao. Now the set of 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. Which were the four ones? Lokaha, Jyotimshi, Vedaha, Pranaha. These are the four, no? Lokaha, Jyotimshi, Vedaha, Prana. Now, this is a very sublime thing to be lot of contemplation is to be done and should be discovered that in this set of 4 into 4 only entire universe is there. First, lokas. These are the only 4 lokas in which the entire jivas avajahi is there. So, bhuritiva ayam lokaha, bhuvarityariksham, suvariti, uh, असौ लोकः असौ लोक स्वर्गलोकः मह इति आदित्य. These are the 4, the lokas in which all the jivas stay. Then the next one was the Jyotihi Upasana, where Bhuritva Agnihi, Bhuvariti Vayuhu, Suvariti Aditya, Mahiti Chandramaha. So this is the second set of the Jyotis, without which we can't live. These are the Upasana by which we need a place to live, that's called Sthanam. We need the light to see the things and do the things, therefore the Jyoti. Then we need knowledge to do the things. Therefore, the third one is Vedaha. Then we need the energy to live, do the things. Therefore, the Prana. The Vedas are Bhuriti, Sama, Bhoiti, Bhuriti, Samani, Bhuriti, Bhuriti, Rugveda, first one. Bhuriti Varuchaha, Bhoiti, Samani, Swariti, Yajogumshi, Mahiti, Brahma. The fourth is the Brahma, the Mahavyahar is Brahma. Brahma is Pranava. Brahma is Omkara. Okay. Then the fourth ones were Bhuritvai Pranaha, Bhuriti Vyanaha, Suvariti Bhuritvai Pranaha, Bhuriti Apanaha, Suvariti Vyanaha, Mahaiti Anna. These are the sorts of things which are there because of everything is happening. Comprehend it, expand your intellect to understand all this. For that, this upasana is done. उपासना करोगे तो ये बातें समझ में आते हैं. After understanding all that, sticking again to the rules and regulations and doing again what we are supposed to do, like we did with Sandhi Upasana. Same thing we have to do here also. Like Prana, Apana, Vyana, we have to control and reach the fourth one, Brahma. So to fourth one is make use of the Anna. Pranapana Vyana is Annakava. So to Rigveda, Samveda, we have to study them to realize the Omkara Brahma. So to the first one, the 3 lokas, we have to do life in such a way in that we are propitiating Aditya, not disturbing him. So too, the 3 Agnis we are using again to be blessed by the Chandrama, the fourth source of, the main source of the all the 3 lights, the fourth Maha Upas, Maha Vyahruti. So our picture should first of all have the sets of 444, know that this is how the entire world is happening, and all of that is not at all there in the pure Parabrahma when we discover him. If at all there, he alone is appearing as all that. And the one who this way with Upasana lifts himself into that level of experience, then the entire happenings that are in the world will give him only happiness. That is the meaning of they give the bali to him. Bali means whatever he wants, it comes to them. Because he is now a wise person, grown up person. In fact, this person is said to have identified with the totality everywhere. Therefore, the entire totality helps him. Like गांव का मुखिया है. When people know that he is a mukhya, wherever he goes, people give him the chair to sit, the food to eat, the water to drink. Because mukhya ho gaya na. So to the upasaka of this becomes mukhya. Therefore, wherever he goes, he gets everything. Or he gets everything wherever he is seated. That is the result. This is a result of this Vyaharuti Upasana. That is what said in the end, no? Sarve asmai devaha balim avahanti. All the devatas offer Bali to him. That is the meaning of Pujya Bhavanti, like we studied in the different Upanishads, In the Mundaka Upanishad it came, in the other Upanishads also it came, that he becomes worship worthy by others. So, Mahimanam Anubhavati. I am not remembering exactly mantra, it came in the Kenadi Upanishad also. And people should go and worship Tasmat Atmagnyam Hi Archayet Bhutikamaha. That comes in Mundaka Upanishad. Okay. So all the four set Vyahrutis are seen. Tava Shatasra Chaturdha Chatasra Chaturto Vyahrutaya Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma. This is the portion we have to study now through Bhashyam. Okay. Now what was said here? Tasam yatha kluptanam punah upadesha tatha eva upasana niyamartha. Yesterday we spent 20 minutes to explain it. What was said is said repeatedly only to tell insistingly the need of doing the upasana as the way it is told. Don't try to manipulate it. So whichever are said as bhu, say them as bhu only. Which are said as bhuvaha, say them as bhuva only. Which are said as suvaha, say them as suva only. And which is said as maha, say it as maha only. And the Maha actually ultimately is Omkara. Bhuva, Bhuva, Swa are Auma Matra. So Auma Matra, Yukta, Om, Rupi, Maha, only the other 14 are there. And that Om is Parabrahma. So which are the Bhuhu Vyahrutis? Ayam Lokaha, Agnihi, Rugvedaha, then Pranaha. What is Bhuvaha? Antariksha Lokaha, Vayuhu, then Samani, as well as Apanaha. What is the Suvaha, the Vyahruti, into which the three things have to be superimposed and merged in, or in the Lokas, Asau Lokaha, in the Jyotihi, it is Adityaha, in the Veda, Yajugumshi, and in the Pranaha, Vyanaha. Pranapana Vyanaha, third one. And what are the Mahas? In the Maha, as regard the Lokas is concerned, it is Aditya Loka. As it the Jyotinshi is concerned, it is Chandra. As regard the Veda is concerned, it is Mantra, Brahma. As regard the Pranas is concerned, it is Anna. Keep on practicing it. करते रहो तो फिर उसका सार रस आना शुरू करेगा. And the Falashruti is said. And I told yesterday, Falashruti is not to enjoy the Phala, only to say that we are on the path of Upasana. Okay. Now, Upasana Nima. Taha yatoktaha vyahruti yaha veda. Saha veda vijanati kim brahma. Tayo veda saveda brahma. Then Sarvesmai Deva Balimavahanti is the Falashruti. That will come later. Before that, a question is asked by the Shishya or the Purvabhakshi. See, when you already said about the Atma in the beginning, Bhurvuvaswariti va etaha tisraha vyahrutayah tasamuha smaitam chaturthim mahachavasya pravedete. Mahaiti tad brahma sa atma ho gaya. See, when it is said Vedayate and Maha and Tadprasa Atma ho gaya na. No, why are you saying again here Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma? Does it you are repeating it, or is it that at that time we did not realize? What is the meaning? So the answer given by the Guru I told yesterday, and we'll chant the Bhashya now. Ki Vaya it was told. But it was only indicatively told. But that Brahma, where he is available. how to achieve. These are yet to be told in the next Anuvak. As an introduction to that, here it is said. Not to deny that it is said there and it is wrong. No. There it is said theoretically. In the next one, we have to tell you the place of the availability of that Brahmatma and the technique to obtain him. In anticipation of that, here Taya Veda Saveda Brahma. So, in other words, those who have done the upasanas as told in this Panchamopa Vyavruti, एंड इन द सिक्स्थ में जो ध्यान बता रहे हैं सिक्स्थ वो वाला जो जानते हैं सवेद ब्रह्म. दैट इज हाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. इन द फर्स्ट वन an introduction is given, a theory. The second one, the whole practical thing is given along with Upanishad. And mixing both of them and doing both of them, whoever does it, he reaches to Brahma. He experiences Brahma. So, this Taya Veda, Saveda Brahma, though is the end portion of the second Anuvaka, so this is the fifth Anuvaka, but it has connection with the sixth Anuvaka. That is what is intellectually Shankara Bhagavan is explaining. So these two Anuvakas, because of the Upasana and the goal to be reached is common, they go together. Unlike the other earlier four Anuvakas, each one were dealing with different subject. Here the subject is same. So he is explaining Shankara Bhagavan with his scholarship to the intellectual scholars who ask कि already it is said ना, फिर से आप क्यों कह रहे हो ताय वेद सब ब्रह्मा. अरे बात थोड़ा सुनना, पूरा समझ. आगे वाले में उपलब्धि स्थान ब्रह्म ध्यान पद्धति आर taught. When you know that, you know the Brahma. In anticipation of that, it is said. If it is said, then why did he say in the beginning कि तद ब्रह्मा माहिति तद ब्रह्मा स आत्मा? दैट इट वॉज एन इंडिकेशन. थियरी बताया भाई, इसका प्रैक्टिकल बता रहे. so, दोनों मिलकर समझकर पढ़कर साधना करना है. Completely both we are our Nuvakas together, we study, understand, do sadhana and reach the self. That's the essence of Bhashyakara's Bhashya. Now I'll read out. Purva Pakshi. Nanu means I have doubts, sir. I have questions, sir. Tad Brahma sa Atma iti jnate Brahmani. That is Brahma and that is Jnatma, Atma. That Brahma is already known. Na Vijnatam. Sorry, na Vaktavyam Avijnatavat. Why again it should be told as if it is not known? Saveda Brahma iti. इससे क्यों बता रहे? No. No, here the Purvapakshi is trying to pull the leg of the Guru and question him or object him. This is how it looks like. But this is the highest intelligence of Bhagavan Adi Shankara, who himself, becomes the Purvapakshi. Because there is no real Purvapakshi. खुद ही, तो है भी हो सकते हैं. Himself become Purvapakshi and raises a question, be careful, which may come any disciple or a student while he is studying that portion. One point of Purvapakshi's presence is this. Second point of this is what? By becoming Purvapakshi, and sometimes he raises questions, sometimes he asks for guidance also, Bhagavan Shankara tries to explain an important topic. What is the topic? Bhai, what you have theoretically studied about Brahma through the Vyarthi Upasana is not a complete sadhana or siddhi. You have to do the sadhana of meditation on the Paramatma in the heart. Without that, you will not be experiencing Paramatma. He wants to convey this point. Therefore, he only becomes a Purvapakshi and raises a question, wanting to give his own answer. समझ गया बात? मतलब थियरी समझने से नहीं होता. Practically, you have to meditate on the Lord in your own heart. You understand? To bring these two things in complementation with each other, he as if appears in the form of a Purvapakshi. What is the Purvapaksh's question यहाँ? एक बार बोल दिया ना, दोबारा क्यों बोल रहे हो? यार पहले बात ओनली थियरी बोला, अब हम प्रैक्टिकल बोल रहे हैं. No, this is appearing to be the answer given by the Guru to the disciple, the Purvapakshi. But what is the essence behind that? Essence behind is, oh my dear friend, only theory will not help you. You have to do practice also. You have to do practice also, then only Anubhuti comes. He wants to convey it. And he found this technique of making himself a disciple or Purvapakshi and ask a question, he is giving an answer. That is his kindness. By himself becoming Purvapakshi. This same thing was done in a different manner in Kena Upanishad. Is it not? Whatever is taught. When the disciple did Manan Chintan, he came, Guru asked, did you know? What did Guru say? You didn't know now? Please, you have a lot of more to contemplate. Then what did the disciple do? He went and contemplated further. He came. Then Guru asked, now do you know? He said, I know, but I can't say that I know also. And I can't say that I don't know also. I know also, I don't know also. And whoever the ones who know it in this way, that I know it as well as I don't know, they are the ones who know it. It is disciples. Guru says, good, you have known it. Congrats, certified. Is it not? Like Guru came, Mimamsa Mevate, you have to contemplate more. Then he went to contemplate, came Manye Viditam. Then Guru asked, how do you think you have known it? In what way you have known? Naham Manye Suveda iti, Nona Vedeti, Vedacha. I don't say that I didn't know. I can't say that I have known it also. Yonas tadveda tadveda. And among us, whoever know it this way, they will only know. What the way it has to be known? Nona vedeti vedacha. It's a twist of words, jugglery of words, but only to say is that you cannot know it because it is an object. You can never say that you have not known it because it is you always the subject. सब्जेक्ट है इसलिए नहीं कह सकते नहीं जानता हूं. ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है इसलिए नहीं कह सकते हैं कि जानता हूं. Is it not? This is called Atmanubhava. In that Upanishad, that was a technique adopted. In this Upanishad, this technique. Already told, दोबारा क्यों कह रहे हो? अरे already told only theory. How to experience that? What sadhana to be done? And where is that उपलब्धि स्थान? मतलब कहाँ जाकर क्या करने से वो मिलेगा बताना है ना. इसलिए स्थायो वेदा सवेदा ब्रह्म is said. This is what is the beauty. And every Upanishad in its own way of lifting the disciples level to the truth. And to that, like Sone Pe Suhaga, the Bhashyakara along with his Bhashyam, bringing the Nanus or Purvapakshisa, he just entertainingly takes us ahead. Studying this Nanu, especially in Brahma Sutra, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, very interesting. क्या क्या सवाल पूछते जाते हैं वहाँ. Who is that Nanu? Because he went all over the country and so many spiritual people he interacted with them. Bhagwan Shankara, he knows what who spoke and what is the answer to that. While doing Bhashya, he has written all that. These are all intellectual things I am giving you, which you may not feel useful, etc. But to know the greatness of Upanishad, Bhashya, Bhashyakara, Upanishad Rishi, and the subject matter, it will help you. That's it. Now, Purva Pakshi is over. Siddhanti says, what is that? Tat Vishesha Vivakshutvat Adoshaha. उसका विशेष हमें बताना है. जनरली तो बताया हमने, विशेष नहीं बताया. Therefore, saying it second time is not a dosha. Explanation. Satyam Vijnatam Chaturtha Vyahruti Atma Brahma iti. The fourth Vyahruti is Atma is Brahma. That is known. Fourth Vyahruti is Maha. Maha iti Brahma sa Atma. We know it. Satyam Vijnatam Chaturtha Vyahruti Atma Brahma iti. इतना तो हो गया. ये चौथी व्याहृति है, वही ब्रह्म है, वही आत्मा है. बट न तो तद विशेष. बट इसका विशेष नहीं बताया. व्हाट इज द विशेष जो नहीं बताया, जो आगे बताएंगे कि हृदय अंत उपलभ्यत्व मनोमयत्वादि. द विशेष that it is there in the hridaya akasha as a manomaya. Where is it told? And without this telling, The telling of the Guru is not complete. Without this doing, the doing of disciple is not complete. Without knowing this, the knowing and experience and liberation is not complete. Don't go to hotel, sit there, study menu card and come out. मेनू कार्ड पढ़ने से पेट भरता है क्या? It was only menu card shown to you. Now the placing the order, getting that hot food, eat it and run away without paying the bill. You have to enjoy all that. So here also, Hridayanta Upalabhyatva Manomayatwadihi. These are all the specific things to be told about that Brahma. ब्रह्म है इतना बताया, कहाँ है, कैसा पाना है, कहाँ बताया, where is he, how to find. Therefore, that comes in the sixth Anuvaka. In anticipation of that, here it takes Ayurveda Saveda Brahma. It is not said just because what was said earlier is repeated or it was wrong. Now, not only this, when this upasana is done, the phala also has to be said. What is that phala? Shanti Samruddham iti evam. The result of this one, the inner meditation is Shanti Samruddham. Iti evam antaha visheshana visheshya rupaha dharmapugaha vijñāyate iti. Because विशेषण विशेष से संबंध रखने वाला धर्मों के साथ हम आपको आगे बताना चाहते हैं, इसलिए यहाँ कहा तायोवेदा सवेद ब्रह्मा. एंड वो सब तो कहा ही नहीं. So the first Brahma is theoretical. Second Brahma is practical and experiential, which will be told in the future Anuvaka. In the future Anuvaka, the Upanabdhisthana is told, then the Dhyana Paddhati is told, then the Phalashruti is told. Here Dharma Pugaha means what? The Brahma, how it is, be attentive, expressing itself in the world. And the same Brahma, when it is reached through what it is expressing, those things are called Dharma Pugaha. Dharma Puga means Panchakosha, to be simple. The पंचकोशों के द्वारा परमात्मा ढके भी हैं, पंचकोशों के द्वारा परमात्मा एक्सप्रेस भी हो रहे हैं, पंचकोशों के द्वारा ही हम भगवान तक पहुंचते हैं, फिर पंचकोशों को छोड़ते हैं तो भगवान का अनुभव होता है. Therefore, these panchakoshas is called dharma pugaha, an assembly of the things associated with Brahma. In the beginning stage, they are covering Brahma. In the second stage, they help us discovering Brahma. In the third stage, they get dissolved in the experience of Brahma. Those things we have to tell. Therefore, this Mahiti Tad Brahma Saatma, though it was said, Yahat Ayurveda Saveda Brahma is said, is not a dosha, it's not a repetition. It's only to tell you that in future or in the coming Anuvaka, we are going to tell you तो उपलब्धि स्थाना एंड साधना. उपलब्धि करना ही कि नहीं, उसको साधना करना है उसके लिए. If you don't want to know, then you go only with theory. है ना, you go to ration shop and read all the items. हाँ, आज चावल का दाम इतना, तेल का इतना, पढ़ के आ गए. और एनी ग्रॉसरी शॉप, सुपर मार्केट इवेंट, तो वहाँ भी सब पढ़कर आ गए. यार, you pay the amount, get the things and cook them and eat them here also. So the practical sadhanas are told in the next Anuvaka. If this much is understood, it is good. फिर तद विवक्षु ही शास्त्रम अविज्ञातमिव ब्रह्म मत्वा सवेद ब्रह्म इति आह, अतः न दोष. The Shastra wants to tell the Upalabdhisthana and sadhana for the Brahma. Therefore, as if it is not yet known, Brahma, the Shastra says, Tayo Veda Saveda Brahma. Yohi Vakshamanena Dharma Pugena. That's what I said. Vakshamanena Dharma Pugena Vishishtam Brahma Veda. The one who is knowing the Brahma as it is going to be told in the coming Anuvakas through the analysis of the Panchakoshas. Whoever knows Brahma, Sahaveda Brahma iti aviprayaha. Such person alone will have the experience of Brahma properly. Ataha, therefore, Vakshamana Anuvakena Ekavakyata Asya Anuvakasya. Therefore, this is Ekavakyata of the Panchama and Shashta Anuvaka. So, Ubayo hi anuvakayoho ekam upasanam. The fifth and sixth anuvaka have the same common upasana. One common upasana between them to be told. Then linga cha. There is a linga also. Linga means a sign to say that both anuvakas are talking about same upasana. What are the signs? These things I am going to tell tomorrow for 10 minutes in the beginning. Then lingat. What is the linga? Bhuri tyagnav ityadikam lingam upasana ekatve. Are Agniwala, it was said in this Anuvaka. And the next Anuvaka is going to say, the one who does Upasana, the who named Vyahurti, he will reach to Agni. About the Phala, it was not said in the fifth Anuvaka. And about the Upasana, it is not said in the sixth Anuvaka. In the sixth Anuvaka, the Phala is said. In the fifth Anuvaka, Upasana is said. So what you have to understand, though they are different Anuvakas, both are put together in the whole subject. Therefore, the Eka Upasana Vakyata of the both Anuvaka, that is the commonness of the both Anuvaka, is just brought out for intellectual understanding. Now, Vidhayaka Bhavacha Sahi Veda Upa Nahi Veda Upa Itiva Vidhayakasya Shabda Asti Vyarthi Anuvake Taya Veda Ititu Vakshimanaarthatvat Upasana Veda Kaha Vakshimanaarthatvam Sa Tad Vishesha Vivakshatvat Ityadina Uktam. These are all intellectual high level of analysis, which can be summarized as this way. There are the four things. Upasaka, second is Upasana Paddhati, third is actually doing the Upasana, fourth is experiencing the Phala. These four aspects are bikhre hue in both Anuvakas. Therefore, these both Anuvakas go together. So, while that way explaining the both Anuvakas together, Shruti, out of her own lavishness and freedom, she just spoke. Tayo Veda, Saveda Brahma, Sarvesme Balimama Hanti, then Saye Shontarudaya Akasha, Tasminayam Purushomaya Manavaya. Nobody can dare to ask Shruti Mata. You have to understand what Shruti Mata said, at what time, in what way, for what purpose. I am there to help you. So, in this last parrot, I said what? Ki Vidhayak Abhava tu. तो एक अनुवाक में उपासक का नाम नहीं लिया. नाम मतलब एक उपासक है करके नहीं कहा. एक जगह पे उपासना पद्धति नहीं कही और एक जगह में फल कहा बस. तो आपको सारे मिलाकर समझना है. Like in English poetry, you can see it. In a very deep poetries or very high level of literature wala English poetries. They use such a vocabulary. They use such a type of way of writing that you will always searching where is the noun, where is the nominative, where is the kriya pada, where is the verb there. They put it in such way. In so many, each of our language also, in our own, you can see the highly masters of the language, their writings are so sublime. You have to look for all the grammar rules and vocabularies to understand it. They talk in a indirect mystical language or language of hinting at. That language of the Keats and Shelley's, the Shakespeare's poetry, sometimes they are a high order. हमको तो नहीं पता बाबा, हम डर ही गए उसको देखकर. देखा भी नहीं वैसे. It's a high level of poetry. And in our classes, when you study 10th class, intermediate, तब होता था पोइट्री. 2-4 साल लग जाता उसको समझने में. Sometimes Tagore's English also you can see. The highly mystic way of language in the Indian saints using English language is the Aurobindo. Aurobindo's literature is of highest level, they say. Puja Gurudev also. But Gurudev uses a understandable language, but in a most divine, sophisticated way. मजा आता है उनको. जो कुछ भी इंग्लिश हम जानते हैं just because of studying Gurudev's books. Otherwise our formal education was in our mother tongue. So, if the highly evolved poets are in this way write their poems in a sublime, subtle manner, in the mood of inspiration, when they describe the nature, when they describe a phenomena, they describe a bhava, they describe a revelation, They do. If these people do like this, what to talk about the Shruti Mata and the rishis of the Shruti? They will explain that way only. You should not get confused. I am there to help you to clearly understand. Therefore, what is the essence of this whole last portion? Though the main thing is commented, only thing is these two anuvakas are together. In both anuvakas, there is the upasana to be done by the upasaka in a particular paddhati to reach to a particular result. The two results. In the fifth anuvaka, the result is Sarvesmai Devaha Balimavahanti. In the sixth Anuvaka, the Falashruti said was ki Swarajya Prapti. Okay. Then also he said some phalas are told. Bhurityagno Pratishthati Bhavariti Vaya Suvaritya Mahiti Brahmani. These are all the Falashruti in the sixth Anuvaka. In the fifth Anuvaka, the Falashruti is ki Sarve Deva Balimavahanti. So to reach to that Phala, this is how the Upasana has to be done. In this way, at this place, by the Upasaka. So सिंपल पॉइंट क्या है ना, ये उपासक इस जगह पे इस पद्धति से उपासना करने से वो फल मिलेगा. दीज आर द फोर थिंग्स टू बी टोल्ड. तो इसमें दो चीजें उस अनुवाक में बताए, दो चीजें इस अनुवाक में बताए. सो दोनों अनुवाक मिलकर पढ़ो तो यू विल नॉट हैव डाउट. Like that. Like half news is said in the first page, because in the first page a lot of headings have to be given. And toward the end of that, always they mention the remaining in the page 5 or page 6. उसको निकाल कर आपको दोनों मिलकर पढ़ना है. ये पढ़ा तो आधा ही रहेगा वो. Then we go to the fourth page, fifth page. There you study. Suddenly it is starting with some subject without any proper beginning. So if you are intelligent, we have to know that it is continuing the first one. And in the first one, if you are intelligent, we should know that it will follow in the next one. And if you are completely intelligent, you study them together. Then understand the subject. That's the idea. Now, what is there in the sixth Anuvaka is the beautiful technique of meditation which the Telugu people are learning through Drugdusha Viveka. Same thing is here also. Tomorrow we'll come to study straight away that one. The 5 minutes of a summary of what is Bhashyakara saying. Then we enter into the Sambandha Bhasha of the Shashtanuvaka. Then we study that also. And it's a beautiful one. And the entire Siksha Valli में ध्यान के लिए in the entire Upanishad, this is one of the crux of the things to be done. कल उसकी महिमा देखते हुए पढ़ेंगे. ओम 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 ओम. Today's introduction, though it was 30-40 minutes, was a summary of the entire अनुवाकास which we did. If you find time ना, एक बार सुन लेना आप, और क्लैरिटी आएगा. थैंक यू. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमर्षिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. वेदव्यास वैशंपायन आज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Stay back 10 minutes with Niti.